Willie D Live.
Man, talk about talk about Fletch app.
Man, that one ended in about 2021. It's a software business that I created that took me around the world. You know, the funny thing is that I thought I was about to be Black Mark Zuckerberg. You know, long story short, I created a couple software businesses before that failed. And I started off in San Francisco. I was working for a tech company. I was managing the Western Seaboard, state of Oregon, Washington, California. I made them a bunch of money. And I was like, man, I made you guys like $4 million and you paid me like 80,000. I feel like the math ain't mathing right. So I said, no, I think I got to work for myself. Create a couple tech businesses that didn't do anything, but it was education. It was my MBA. Then eventually I created what came to be known as the Fletch app, which is basically GPS for the indoors. And essentially our first application was to the higher education space. And we did automatic attendance, what I like to call effortless attendance. You don't even have to lift a finger. We have a hardware device that goes on the wall. It basically detects all the mobile devices in the lecture hall, immediately takes attendance, and it can track dwell time. How long were you in the class? Did you go for a bathroom break that lasted 40 minutes? You know, all of these different data points. One thing we figured out, which I published in a white paper, is that attendance is the earliest indicator of if a kid's gonna drop out. Why do colleges care if you drop out? Because you're a dollar sign. You know, they want that money from the government, federal financial aid. Cash rules everything around me. And so we built a business model off of that, did very well, had offices throughout the United States and South Korea and Puerto Rico. And right before COVID came out, I was flown into China by invitation of the government, treated me really well. And I was about to set up an office there with the only requirement, I think I had to be there for like 6 months out of the year, which I didn't mind. And they were pretty much like, and this is why when people talk about make America great again, I'm like, look, we got we got to get started. The Chinese, they're far ahead. They took us on a multi-city tour, the Chinese government. And every time we'd get to a city, they say, hey, this is the city that's about self-driving cars. You get to the next one. This is the city that's about cryptocurrency. This is the city that's about AI. This is the city that's about fill in the blank. And each city gave a pitch on why you should set up an office there. And they would basically tell you, hey, just let us know what you want. You need a factory. You want your apartment in your office. You want a gym there. Just let us know and we'll design it. And you can also bring in 2 employees, a part of their Belt and Road initiative to center intellectual capital in China. So we got there, we got the paperwork drawn up to do a deal. Then I came back. At the time I was living in Las Vegas, and I came back, and I remember I was sick as a dog when I got back, and I almost never get sick. And I remember this like it was yesterday, because we had flown back and we're staying at the Palazzo in Las Vegas, my assistant and I. We leave out, I live in Las Vegas, but I would always maintain a suite on the Strip because I basically just stay in my suite, order room service 24 hours a day and just hustle, just grind. So anyways, we're leaving out of the room at like 2 a.m. to go get some cough medicine because I just had a cough that just wouldn't leave me. And I never take medicine. And we're walking past the blackjack table and Nellie's there cussing out the dealer, apparently getting fried in blackjack. And my assistant looked at me and I looked at her and we kept walking, and when we got out of the casino, she said, I know you're sick. I was like, why is that? She was like, because I know if you were not dog sick just to sit there and talk crazy at the table with Nellie, you'd have went and got $100,000 and sat down and just played all night just for fun. Because I'm just a wild cat. And I realized what I was sick with was what? COVID. It was COVID.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that, the whole world shut down and it crushed my deal with China. And I can tell you I was in like the closest thing I've ever come to a depression because I worked so very hard for such a long, long time. And that pretty much crashed everything.